One of the questions we get asked is, if a tenant does not pay rent, do you handle, I'll use in air quotes, the eviction, right? So do you handle filing in court for judgment and then the actual eviction, like ejecting the individual from the building? Do we handle that process?
Yes. Start to finish, yes. Best thing you can do as a landlord is let us do our job.
Agreed.
Don't hit the pause button. Don't say, well, let's wait another week. If we say they haven't paid, it's time to file a landlord-tenant case. You can always pause them.
Yes.
You can always call up and say, you know what, just give it another week. Move the court date. Look, if somebody doesn't have 1 month rent, what's going to make them have 2 months rent? So we like to, this is on a state-by-state basis. Rent is due typically on the 1st. Typically, it's late after the 5th, and then there's usually in most states it's between 5, 7, 10 days where you can do the cure or quits, and then you can file the landlord tenant cases. A lot of the lingo is, when can you, like eviction? You're not evicting them yet. You are filing a landlord tenant case. Some certain management companies are going to use attorneys, do it in-house or a hybrid. We do the same, and then you just need to have all your paperwork in a row. All those proverbial ducks need to be in a row and be very organized with the lease, who signed the lease, the tenant's ledger, and all that. And we coordinate that. I mean, TJ, we have clients that have never seen their property, let alone show up and post a notice themselves and go to court. Like literally, we'll get keys FedExed, or somebody from the settlement table will run them over to us. Or we'll be there at the settlement table because we're helping them, build their portfolio that way. And they have that video, right? When we first onboard it, they have a scope of work of what's needed. Then after the tenant moves in, there's another video. And then 4 months before that tenant moves out, there's another video with stills. And many times, if you get used to watching the videos and pausing them right, you can actually pick up sometimes on more things. It's like the second best thing than to actually be there in person, but you don't need to get distracted with the stuff that's not important.
Right.
So,
yep.